today's class is categories of biotic components. So here this is a continuation. Okay, so last class we discussed about the two types of components, biotic and abiotic components. Now we are going to do about only the categories, the components, categories of the biotic components here. What are those components that makes up the biotic components? So last class also we had studied that in a biotic components, all the living components are present, the plants, animals, and microorganisms. So in this, we also categorize in different levels. So that we are going to discuss here. All right. So you can see biotic components, they are categorized in the following heads. Okay, you can see producers. Okay, and producers, they are also known as autotrophs. Okay, and green plants, they are autotrophs. Why? Because they can prepare their own food. Auto means self, trophs means nourish. Okay, they can nourish themselves. Okay, they can prepare their food by themselves and also utilize that food for their proper growth. Autotrophs. Auto, self, trophs means nourish. So plants, green plants, they are known as autotrophs, and autotrophs, they are known as producers. Okay, so they are the first level, trophic level in an ecosystem. We'll come to know that. First trophic level, the producers, the plants. Then comes the consumers. They are the living organism that they cannot prepare their own food. No, they have to depend upon others for food, just like animals, human beings. No, animals, they cannot prepare their own food. We have to depend upon plants and animals for food, humans also. Yes or no, directly or indirectly. Those are consumers. Okay, and consumers, they are also known as heterotrophs. Okay, heterotrophs. Okay, so under consumers, you can see there are three. Okay, primary consumers. These are animals that cannot prepare their own food and has to depend upon plants for food. Okay, they are known as herbivores. Animals, no, they eat upon the plants. Yes or no, they are herbivores. So herbivores like cow, giraffe, then goats, sheep, they all come under primary consumer. Okay, then another type of consumer is the secondary consumer. Now these consumers, they depend upon the herbivores. They feed upon the herbivores. Now you can take an example of tigers, lion, cats, fox. No, they are secondary consumers. Okay. These consumers, these are the animals that feed upon the herbivores. Okay. Then the third one is the tertiary consumer. Okay, these tertiary consumers are the organism that feed upon both plants and animals. Okay, tertiary. So you can see under tertiary it may be omnivores, be human beings, no, peacock, bears, no, we all come under omnivores. We depend upon both plants as well as we feed upon flesh also. So we are omnivores. Okay. Along with that, there are some organisms like scavengers, jackal, fox, vultures, no, they depend upon dead. They feed upon dead organisms. Yes or no? And another one is parasites. They are also organisms that depend upon others for foods, like leech and all. No, they cannot prepare their own food, so they have to live on an host organism. Leech, worms, tapeworms, all those, they are parasites. Okay, even the louse, lice and all, no, they all come under parasites. They stay or live on the body of other organism, and they get food from them. Okay, so these are the different types of consumers: primary, secondary, tertiary consumers. Okay, so and the primary herbivores, secondary carnivores, tertiary top carnivores. Okay, so under that, parasites, omnivores, scavengers, they all come under top carnivores. Okay, and the third one are the decomposers. They are the microorganisms, like bacteria, fungi. They all they feed upon the dead remainings of the plants and animals. The main function is to decompose the dead organic matters. Okay, from a complex form, it changes it into a soluble form, not soluble, in a simplest form, such that it can be decomposed in the soil back again. Okay, so it helps in that. It also helps to keep the environment clean. So in the forest, and last time also I gave you example, if the plants, animals dead in the forest, what happens to it? There's no one to take care of the dead bodies. So what happens? These decomposers, they degrade those okay, organism, plants, the dead remaining of plants and animals. They decompose it. Okay, when they get decomposed, or it changes into simplest form that can be absorbed by the soil. Then again, now the soil will gain its nutrient from this dead remaining. Yes or no? And it gains fertility and all the nutrients that it is required for the plants to grow. Okay, so again, these the nutrients that are received, okay, that are decomposed by the microorganism, it is again received by the producers, okay, for its proper growth, along with sunlight and all. Then again, so these producers are taken by the consumers. Consumers, they are decomposed after they die. They are decomposed by the decomposers. So there is a recycling cycle going on. No? So these are the main categories of a biotic components. Okay, hope you have understood this much. Okay, now next comes the food chain, a topic here. So food chain is a process of eating or being eaten. Okay, so it is a process in which what happens? It is a process in which the producers are eaten by the consumers. Then the consumers, after they die, they are decomposed by the decomposers. So there is a cycle going on, dependence of food. So that is known as food chain. Here, what is happening here? In a food chain, take example now. Green plants, they are the producers. Okay, they are eaten by the consumer, a herbivore. So they are eaten by deer. No, then the deer is further eaten by the lion or eagle. Not eagle, but yes, we can call it lion or tigers also. We can call it. No? Crocodiles. Yes. Then comes another one is then after they die, what happens to it? They are eaten by. They die. They get the body is left there. So the body is decomposed by the decomposers, microorganism. Yes or no? So there is their linkage of food. No one is depending upon other. Okay, the process of eating or being eaten is known as food chain. So you can take an example: grass they are eaten by mouse. No, a mouse is eaten by a snake or a cat. That is one example. Okay, another example you can take: grass is eaten by you can say they are eaten by rabbits or a sparrow. You can see birds. No, they eat the grains. No, and they are eaten by other higher consumers like fox. No, cat, they eat it. No, so snakes also, they eat the birds. No, so this is known as food chain. Okay, it is a process of eating or being eaten. Okay, and food chain. In a food chain, we have trophic levels. Okay, 4 trophic levels. The first trophic level, the second trophic, third trophic level, and the fourth trophic level. So in the first trophic level comes your producer, the plants. Okay, then second trophic level, the herbivores. Okay, then comes the third tropic level comes your carnivores. Okay, and in the fourth, the topmost carnivores or the omnivores. You can call scavengers also, parasites also, they come under it. Okay, so these are the 4 tropic levels in the food chain. Okay, so if you see a pyramid, you can see, there's a triangle. Okay, the base plants, then just above that you can see the herbivores, then carnivores, then the topmost carnivores. So that these are the 4 tropic levels in a food chain. Okay, now next topic is food web here. So food web is interlinked network of food chain is known as food web. So any food chain, it cannot function in an isolation. They are always interconnected. Suppose you see a grass. Okay, grass is eaten by beetle also. It is eaten by rats also. It is eaten by rabbits also. It is eaten by birds also. No, so then again, those take an example, rat. Rat is eaten by cat. It is eaten by snake also. Okay. Suppose rabbit, you take an example. A rabbit, it is eaten by eagles. No. Then it is eaten by it is eaten by tigers also. No. It is eaten by lion also. No. So fox also. Okay. So it is always, they are interlinked. No, cross connection. They are interlinked. All the food chains, they interlink with each other. Okay, that is known. It is forming a network connection. No, all they are connected. Okay, so that is known as food web. Okay, interlinked network of food chain is known as food web. So I'll be sending you all some picture clippings and audio clippings related with this chapter. Furthermore explanation on these details. Okay, so please refer that. Thank you so much. Hope you have understood.